Now let's go. Good day, folks. Good day. Good day. Hope y'all doing well. I'm doing great, guys. I'm in nature. I feel great. Doing some grounding. Next to Mr. Tree here. My friend Mr. Tree giving me some support. So guys, I feel so energized right about now. I've been sitting here for about 5 minutes. I just can't get myself out to record because I feel so like bubbly and energized and it just feels amazing, guys. I'm so connected right now, guys. It's not easy. It's not even funny. Anyhow, man, let's get this video, man. Let's get this word out, right? Guys, as I said in the previous videos, share these messages, guys. Like, share, subscribe, comment, guys. Share these messages so we can get it out to the people who need to hear it the most. All right. I know you clicked on it or you listening because you find the information valuable, right? There are our brothers and sisters are still out there looking as well. Okay, so share it, guys. Spread the word. Share it with them, so the message could get to the people who need to hear it. Okay, so anyhow, guys, this one is for my empaths out there. Okay, those entangled with narcissists. All right, and the title is "The Narcissist Will Break When You Mirror Them." Okay, again, the narcissist will break when you mirror them. All right, so let me start by saying this, guys. All right, previously I released a video with a similar title, all right, that the narcissist will lose it when you apply the mirror effect, all right? So this is essentially going in the same direction, all right? So what is the mirror effect, guys? What is the mirror effect? The mirror effect is simply when the empath begins to mirror the narcissist, all right? When the empath or the victim begins to mirror the narcissist, all right? And this is where you begin to give the narcissist a taste of their own medicine, essentially, okay? You begin to treat them the same way that they treat you, okay? You begin to respond to them the same way that they respond to you, all right? Everything that they do to you, guys, you do it back to them, okay? So you become essentially a copy of them, okay? What does a mirror do? A mirror, all right, as we discussed in the previous video, a mirror reflects what's already in existence, right? And so the mirror effect is simply you mirroring the narcissist, all right? When you mirror the narcissist back to them, essentially, okay? So it does two things, all right? It does two things. Number one is it mirrors to them exactly who they are, okay? And how they treat others, or how they treat you in particular, okay? So that's the number one thing it does, all right? It mirrors back to them who they are, and how they treat others, or how they treat people, or how they treat you, okay? The second thing it does is it causes a narcissistic injury, okay? That's the second thing that mirroring, or this mirror effect, that's the second thing that it does, is it creates a narcissistic injury in the narcissist, all right? Which usually leads to a narcissistic rage, and sometimes leads to them discarding you or discarding themselves out of the situation or the entanglement in general, all right? So the narcissist will break, okay? That's what we talk about. The narcissist will break when you apply the mirror effect, all right? Let's say the narcissist is lying to you, manipulating you and whatnot, okay? The narcissist is lying to you. The empath or the victim begins to lie right back to them, okay? The narcissist is manipulating you, gaslighting you. You begin to gaslight them back. You begin to do to them exactly what they're doing to you, okay? And as I mentioned, guys, what this will lead to, when the narcissist realize that you're mimicking them, you're mimicking their behavior, you're mimicking their actions, they will all of a sudden begin to be confused, right? They will trigger this sense of confusion because they wouldn't understand what happened, okay? They wouldn't understand what happened, so they will begin to feel a way, and they'll begin to pay more attention to you. Okay, so let's say if it happened one time, all right, they probably didn't catch it, and it happened the second time, then they begin to realize what's starting to happen. Okay, and so it may happen a third time. This is where they'll go into a confusion, like what the heck is going on. Okay, so now the more this happens now, and they realize that you're actually, when they realize that you're actually mimicking them, you're mimicking their behavior, you're mimicking their actions, that's when they'll be triggered. Okay, now when I talk about they'll be triggered, I'm not joking about that one. All right, we know how the narcissists are, we know how they operate out of their ego, and so when this happens, guys, it will trigger them so hard, guys, it will cause a huge injury in them. Okay, we know how narcissistic injuries work. Okay, and so this will cause a narcissistic injury in them. All right, and in response to that, they may go into rage. All right, the narcissist may go into rage, and we know how fierce they could be when they go into rage, guys. All right, and so this may essentially cause them to lash out at you. Okay, it may even lead to some violent actions towards you. Okay, the narcissistic rage is real. All right, it's real, and it may cause them to act violent towards you. They may break objects. They may damage the environment, if it's a house, an apartment, whatever. Okay, they may throw stuff. They may punch holes in the walls. They throw a huge tantrum. All right, that's the narcissistic rage. All right, and if you're not lucky, or if you're not careful, they may attack you physically. Okay, so let's be very careful with this one. All right, when you're doing this, be very careful, because the narcissist will easily go into rage. All right, and when a narcissistic rage is triggered, guys, there's no limit to what they could do. All right, it's a combination of uncontrollable actions and emotions for the narcissist. All right, their rage is serious. Okay, but the point of the matter is, most of the time, this is not even enough to trigger such an outburst. Okay, this is not enough to trigger such an outburst. All right, but the fact that they realize that you're mimicking them. Okay, not only that, but you're essentially not giving them the supply that you normally would give them. Okay, you're not responding to them the same. You're doing back to them essentially what they do to you. Okay, and so this will push them, guys. This will hurt them. Okay, it will hit them hard. All right, and like I said, they'll go into rage. It will cause a narcissistic injury, which may lead to a narcissistic rage. All right, and if you're lucky enough that they don't break you or break your items or destroy your environment with your house or whatever, all right, throw stuff around or punch walls or punch your TVs or destroy stuff, then they may essentially discard themselves out of the situation or out of that whole entanglement, that relationship. Okay, they may remove themselves. All right, they may say, you know what, screw you, and take their bag or their stuff and run off. Okay, that's another thing that may happen. They may run off and disappear into the hills. All right, where you won't find them. All right, they'll kind of disconnect themselves from you, because at that point, you've injured them to the core, guys. All right, let's be real. You've injured them very deep with that. All right, and they want to put some distance between them and you. Okay, and in most cases, they may not even come back. All right, they may just decide to stay out of the whole situation. All right, or they may come back and hoover you. Okay, they may give you a little bit of time to cool out. All right, they may go calm themselves down, give you time to calm down, And then they may reach back out to see how you feel about them or how you treat them then, how you respond to them then, all right? And they may try to hoover you back in, all right? If if it's in a situation where they're in a position to discard you, then essentially that's what they will do. Okay, they will go into this big rage, and they will have an outburst. All right, like I said, it's a mixture of uncontrollable anger and emotions. Okay, and so they will express themselves this way. All right, and this will lead to them saying, you know what? Get your stuff and get out. All right, get the heck away from me, or one of those things. All right, and so they may discard you at that point. All right, so let's be aware. All right, let's be aware and also beware. Okay, because the rage is not a joke, guys. A narcissistic rage, if you've been at the receiving end of a narcissistic rage, guys, it's not a joke. Okay, so if you're gonna do this, make sure you're prepared to face the backlash that will come with it. All right. So let's beware and be aware at the same time. All right. The mirror effect. When the empath or the victim applies the mirror effect, guys, the narcissist will break. Okay, and by break, I mean they will experience a narcissistic injury. All right, and this will lead to a narcissistic rage and an outburst of some sort. All right, so let's be aware of that, guys. Let me keep this one short. Okay, the mirror effect. Simply when the victim or the empath begins to mirror the narcissist back to them. Okay, when you begin to treat them how they treat you, respond to them how they respond to you, give them back essentially everything that they give you. Okay, and they're not gonna like it. You give them back a taste of their own medicine, guys. They're not gonna like that. All right, they're not gonna like that. But essentially, you are showing them how they treat people. Yeah, you are showing them how they treat you, or you are showing them how they treat others. All right, and they're not gonna like that. Okay, one thing a narcissist is not known for is taking responsibility for the way they are, or taking responsibility for their actions or their behavior or any of that. Okay, so when you show them who they truly are, essentially they're not gonna like that. All right, and this is what will trigger the rage. All right, this is what will trigger the injury. All right, you have caused them a really deep wound, a really deep injury, and in response, they're gonna rage at you. All right, so let's beware and be aware, guys. The mirror effect. Be prepared when you attempt this one. All right, I can't stress that part enough, because the narcissistic rage, guys, it's not a joke. Okay, so let me keep it here, short and sweet. Until next time, guys. Peace, love, and more life.